Hello, Mustangs. I am Dr. Scaines, the very proud principal of Morgan Park High School. Today, we're releasing a video to you to talk just a little bit about how to advocate for yourself, especially if you are struggling in a class. And we know that in the midst of a pandemic and in the midst of remote learning, that sometimes it can be challenging. And so we want to make sure that all of our Mustangs have the skills and the strategies that they need to be able to advocate for themselves when they find themselves struggling in a class. And so I'm not alone today. I'm in a virtual interview or virtual panel discussion with two of my amazing Mustangs. So I have with me 12th grade Posse Scholar, Mr. Kobe Forbes, and I also have 11th grade National Junior Honor Society student with me, Cavell Spearman Jr. And so, Kobe, if you can introduce yourself.
Sure. So, like you said, my name is Kobe Forbes. Um, I'm a 12th grader at Morgan Park High School. Yeah, that's the gist about me.
And Cavell, if you could introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Cavell Spearman Jr. I'm a junior at Morgan Park High School, and I'm a part of National Honor Society, and I'm ready to talk.
Okay, so I have just a few questions for Kobe and for Cavell. So, Kobe, you'll go first. When do you feel like you need to reach out to teachers? When should your peers reach out to their teachers?
I feel as though I need to reach out to teachers once, like, I'm just completely confused on what to do in the class, and everyone else is confused once I start texting people that have the class with me.
Okay, so Kobe says, reach out to your teachers when you are just completely confused and you are not alone. Your friends are confused too. That's a good time to reach out to the teachers. So thank you, Kobe. Cavell, I will kick this next question to you. How do you send a good email to your teachers?
I would say send a good email. We'll start off with putting something in the subject box to explain what your email is about and give them an idea of what the email is going to be about before they completely read it. And then I would say give them a greeting, tell them what your problem is, clear and concise so that it's not too long, it's not too short, it's not you tweaking or words that you wouldn't talk to your mom or anyone else about and explain it to them so they can understand and then get to the point and help them to help you.
Okay, so Cavell says make sure you put in the subject line while you're emailing your teacher. So don't put the whole message in the subject line. So it might say urgent homework help or urgent help with a particular assignment. Give your teachers a greeting. So start off with saying hello. Tell them what you need, but don't make it too long. Would you agree that that's what you're saying, Cavell?
Yes, indeed. That's exactly what I'm saying.
And so, Kobe, I will give you this question. What would you say to your peers who are struggling in remote learning?
I say to just ask for help. It's definitely okay to ask for help. I do feel like sometimes we overthink sometimes. People would think bad about me if I ask for help about this, or I might sound slow. If you know me, you know that I ask for help on everything, and I just talk a lot in class because I'm definitely not a fast learner. So it's just having patience with yourself once you're getting stressed. That's one of the most important things.
Okay. And so I want to really hit on something that Kobe just said that pulled at my heartstrings. So Kobe says when he's in class, he asks for help because he feels that he's definitely not a fast learner. So here it is that we have a posse scholar. We have a student who has been selected for a full scholarship. And I would say that one of the reasons that Kobe has been able to achieve academic success is because he's been able to advocate for himself and to ask for help when he needs it. So I don't want our students to think that students get all A's because they just get things quickly. You have to put in some work and you have to ask for help when you need it. So, Kobe, thanks for that. Cavell, what would you say to your peers who are struggling?
Honestly, I'm one of them that is struggling, so I can understand from their perspective and continue to try to motivate them and continue to try to give them words of encouragement and also give them some advice. It's exactly what we're doing now. Giving them advice on how they can talk to their teachers, how they can advocate for themselves, how they can get some work done, how they can organize themselves so that they won't be so stressed, going into the next day. I would say try to talk, in class. And if you don't feel comfortable with your camera on, I understand. But just continue to try to stay active in your classes so that at least since you are home, you can still get something out of the day.
Okay. So Cavell says make sure that you stay active in class. So whether that's unmuting your mic, whether that's using the chat feature to communicate with your teachers. And so Kobe and Cavell, thank you for this just a brief segment because we do want to encourage all of our Mustangs. Stay encouraged, continue learning. We know that this is not necessarily what any of us would have hoped for, but if we've ever heard the phrase, we have to make lemonade out of lemons, that's what we're doing now. So life has given us lemons. We're going to bring a little sugar and water, and we are going to make lemonade. And basically, that just means that we have to make the best out of a bad situation. One thing that I do not want is I don't want my students to stop learning or to stop striving for success just because we are in a pandemic. We won't be in a pandemic forever. And so I want to make sure that we are all set up for success so that when it's time to return to school or when it's time to go to college or to go into the workforce, that we are all 100% ready. What I am including is a link. The link will be in the email, and I'm going to give you the URL link. So if you need help with how to set up a good email to talk to your teachers, use this link as a model because we have just a few weeks before the end of the semester. What does the end of the semester mean? It means that it is time for credits. That means at the end of the semester, all of our Mustangs should be getting 3.5 credits. That means that we should be passing all classes. So if right now you're struggling in a class, we still have time to get over the hump. So if you need help with how to compose a good email, go to tinyurl.com/MP email 21. Once again, tinyurl.com/MP email 21. Kobe, thank you again for being so amazing. Cavell, thank you for being so amazing. And I want all of our Mustangs to take a look at Kobe and Cavell. They're still pushing through. They're both admitting that even in remote learning, but it's a struggle, but they're pushing hard, they're persevering, and I know that all of you all can do the same thing. If you all have any questions, if you're having difficulty reaching your teachers for any reason, or if you need anybody else that you need to check with in the building, remember that I'm always available to you. The assistant principals are always available to you. The counselors are always available to you. We are here to support you. We're here to help you reach success, and we are definitely here to love you. So this is our first segment. Let me make up a segment name. This is our first segment of Principal Talk with the Mustangs. I don't know. I might be reaching out to some more of my Mustangs to do another segment. Kobe, Cavell, love you bunches, and pull through in this semester.
Thank you.
Thank you.